So this is a quiz, or not a quiz, this is a quick check, and it's going to go over integers and absolute values. So it says, what is the opposite of -2? Or -2 is the opposite of what? Well, the opposite of a -2 is a +2. So those will be opposites because 2 minus 2 is 0. The opposite of -8 would be a +8. Which symbol is used to make -4 (8) a true statement? So we're trying to fill in a symbol between -4 and -8. So we need to know which one of those is bigger or smaller. We know they're not equal. So if we think about our number line, we have 0 here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Anything that's more to the right is going to be bigger than anything that's more to the left. So -4 right here is bigger than -8. And when you do inequality symbols, you always want the, and when I say inequality symbols, I mean like these symbols, greater than, less than. You always want the alligator mouth, or you want it to open to the bigger number. Because the alligator's hungry, he's going to eat the biggest number. So in this case, we want to use this symbol because we want the mouth opening to the bigger number. And -4 is actually bigger than -8. All right, which symbol is used to make this true? So now we have a -7 and the absolute value of -8. All right, so the absolute value of -8, absolute value is distance from 0. And if we just look at all this on a number line again, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's -7. And then right here is -8. Sorry, that was a bad line there. Anyways, we want the absolute value of -8. So the absolute value of -8 means how far away is that from 0? And if you count the spaces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -8 is 8 spaces from 0. So the absolute value of -8 is actually +8. All right. And anytime you see a negative inside an absolute value bar, it's always going to become positive because you can't have a negative distance. You can't like drive -2 miles. Even if you drive backwards, like in reverse, you're still going a positive distance. So an absolute value will always end up positive. So now if we're comparing, let me get rid of this. Now if we're comparing -7 to +8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we can see that 8 is way more to the right than -7. So 8 is the bigger number, which means the alligator mouth has to eat the bigger number. So that would be the correct symbol. Which set of integers are in the right order from least to greatest? So we're looking for the smallest numbers first, and then we want to end up at the biggest numbers. Okay, so let's see what our numbers we're dealing with here. First of all, anytime I see an absolute value, I'm going to go ahead and change that to a regular number. The absolute value of -7 means how far away is that from 0, and that is 7 spaces. So I'm going to rewrite the absolute value of -7 as 7, a +7. Everywhere I see it, I'm going to make a note that that means +7. Okay. And we have a whole bunch of other numbers here. -8, if we put, let me just put all these numbers on a number line. That'll just make our lives easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have a -8. And then I have a +8. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have a +6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have the absolute value of -7 is +7. I'm going to rewrite that down here as absolute value of -7. And then I have a 5. Okay. So now that they're all in a number line, it's already ordered for me from least to greatest. So -8 is my smallest, then 5, then 6, then the absolute value of -7, and then 8. So -8, then 5, 6, absolute value of 7, 8. That would be from least to greatest. All right, which number line shows the graph? Okay, so we just need to draw a number line and put these on there. I'm going to let this be 0. So I have a +3. There should be a point there. I should have a point at -7. I should have a point at +9. And I should have a point at -1. So you just are going to have to go through and match up and make sure that you have a point for each of your numbers. So at -7, -1, 3, and 9. All right, I hope this helps. Good luck on your quiz.